me, this is like a huge shift in my business, is that I started in January of last year working, or this year, so 2023, working with MEP on a very specific project, and that was to find a piece of machinery that would, so I did loose leaf for the first few years of my business, and it became very apparent very quickly that customers, especially people who are traveling, so a lot of people in Alaska, were looking for a sachet. So not just a loose leaf, but a sachet. And to do that, you can outsource it, but I wanted to do it myself. I wanted to be manufacturing this product in Alaska as much as humanly possible. And so I partnered with MEP, told them what I was looking for. They reached out to their massive network of people and worked with New Jersey MEP, and who had a guy that they knew who does specific food and beverage machinery research. And so MEP was able to get the funding to hire a researcher to find the exact machine that I should buy. And I had a machine that I was about to purchase. It was $90,000. And I was just in the process of getting the funding sorted out and all of that. And then when the report came back, he had found a machine that was, by the time it's all said and done with shipping and yada yada, to get it to my door was $32,000. So saved me almost.
I'm sorry, Megan. Say that number again.
$32,000. So MEP saved me $58,000 because I had found a machine that worked. It was completely usable. It was great. In fact, it was about 4 times the machine I needed for what I was up to. And by taking the time to allow MEP to get in their network and asking for help, we were able to find a machine that is great for me. It still has plenty of room for my business to grow with it, but saved me an incredible amount of money, and I was able to pay for it out of pocket as opposed to going to have to get financing, which then allows my business to stay debt free, which has been a goal for a long time. So it was a really big deal. And so now, as of like 3 weeks ago, I am manufacturing. So I was already blending the tea and all of that, but now we have these little sachets. I'll open one for you. And on the inside is the little tea sachet with it's got my tag on it. It says Felicity, Loft, and everything. So I make these in right here in Soldotna now.
That is amazing.
Yeah,
I wish you could smell this.
Me too.
Yeah.
You know what?
Talk about a learning curve.
Just like a wonderful, like a nice warm cup of tea on a chilly day, and we want to just sit there and savor that wonderful cup of tea. We're going to savor, let's recap that, Megan. $60,000 that the Alaska MEP saved you. And you know the great thing about the MEP? They have a guy, right? Hey, we have a guy and he's in New Jersey, right? Like that's how that sounded, right?
Oh yeah, we really had a guy in New Jersey. Like that's literally how this happened.
He's in New Jersey who saved you $60,000. I'm rounding up.
Yeah.
So Sammy Joe and to the team at the Alaska MEP, God bless you guys. I'm just getting chills just even think about that. But look at what that did for you. And I heard the two words, debt free. It allows you to get your business off the ground and boy, what a great, wonderful story. Kudos to you for having the humility to reach out and raise your hand and say, hey, I need some help here. Do your due diligence, do your research. And my goodness, did that save you? That's a home run. That is just an absolute home run. So what a great win-win-win all the way around. And we'll give a round of applause to the guy in New Jersey, right? So
yeah.
So
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Eric.
Two kudos to that. So anyway, guys, when you're out there, it is just, reach out to the Alaska MEP. You just never know what is around the corner, what guy they're going to have to help you with, right?
I never imagined that there was a guy out there whose whole job was just to do research and give recommendations on equipment. Now that I'm in the world, I get it. I'm oh my gosh, I'm so glad we had a guy. Yeah. But at the time I wasn't in the manufacturing world, I was in the food service world. And so, it wasn't a resource that I knew that I needed. And by just calling MEP, having a conversation, Like, I just was like, Alyssa, this is what I'm trying to do. This is what I need to do. I've run the numbers. This is what I think it's going to cost. Like, I think that if I spend this $90,000, like, I'll be able to make it back in 3 years and it'll be worth it and yada, yada. And instead she was like, what if we just did a little more research to make sure this is like the exact machine that you need? And then it turned out that, it was crazy. It was great.
What a